Hello, all. Welcome to the 40th episode of Monday Nights with Mohit Kamath. I hope all of you all are doing really great this Monday. And it's already 19th September, right? It's 19th September. Days are just flying by like anything. Oh my God. It's already been 40th episode, and it was an amazing time for me to learn and give that stuff to all of you. And by the way, so today's topic is something very unusual. And I really like the topic of today because it's about junior world champions, the junior world champions. And let's go about this in a very short while. Let's see that who is online. I think, Monday is a very tough evening. Everybody gets back to their office, their usual routines, like your schools. You might be having homework, and yeah. So I think September is the time where most of the people have their examinations. I think midterm examinations. So we have our first guest today, Meghna Shriram. Hello, Meghna Shriram. I hope you're doing well. So I was talking about the usual stuff. Mondays, and Mondays are usually the tight schedule. Everybody will have that tight schedule on Monday mornings or evenings, I could say. That's fantastic. I've switched on my music. If it is a disturbance, please let me know on the comments so that I can close that too. Take it very low. Okay. Meena Jagdish, thank you for your like. So hello Tilak, I think you are on full energy today. You have typed hello sir in the caps lock. So some of you are juniors, right? So I think we will find a good pathway to see that how you can also have that goal of becoming junior world champion. I think we can quickly find out that, but yes, we will do that very soon once we have a couple of people here. And by the way, the season of holidays are coming. October is a lot of holidays, Dasara and Diwali. Lots and lots of holidays are coming. I think everybody must have already planned for their vacations. Sometimes these kind of vacations, you will have these hotels and all the itineraries planned well in advance. And tourism is just kicking high time. Some of them may be local, some of them may be state wise, all India wise, national wise, and then international travels will happen. Diwali is one kind of a festival, and Dasara is one kind of festival which is largely celebrated in the South India, and especially in Karnataka. Mysore is the place, right? We all know that the king, Mysore Raja, Wadayar family celebrates humongously this festival. So, all right, so we can go with the topic today. I just wanted to have a different kind of a theme today, and it's kind of a badminton news channel. So you must be watching a lot of news channel, right? So I picked it up from that and found some good thumbnail, and I think it was a good show, right? So give me a thumbs up if you would have liked this theme. I'll just show you once again. So we have our rock star on our show, Sarvesh Pandey. Hello, Sarvesh. I hope you're doing well. Meena Jagdish. Very nice, sir. Your speech, very useful message. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. That's a great motivation. If someone says, I'm doing a good job, that's kind of a motivation, right? So maybe on my back. This is also something I really want to do, and I do it as often as possible. We sometimes ignore the small things in our life. Sometimes we have to acknowledge and appreciate people around us, surrounding us in our environment, that hey, you're doing really good job. I keep doing that. My watchman, I always say that, wonderful job, aapka khana ho gaya. They understand Hindi very well, so I keep asking about them. And whenever they do a task which is not under their profession, but they still come and do it. And usually you can see this happening, from our father, mother, from our all people in the family. They keep appreciating All these small things, I would highly recommend all youngsters here to say thank you, say wonderful, appreciate the things which you feel that they have done a good job, and you just don't have to hold it inside you. Okay, I think we have one more uh, person today. Hello everyone. Only 10 nations play cricket. Hello everyone. You only play cricket, yes, but this is a badminton news. We welcome all kind of people and all kind of supporters from different sport too. So let's get back to the topic. Um, you can also add on this. So I wanted to talk about two things on badminton news. One is we recently saw in the last maybe around 8 to 10 weeks, less than 8 to 10 weeks, that two world number ones in junior category from Indian badminton are world number one. That's a great news, right? So I'll quickly share my screen. Entire screen, that's fine. Okay. So the first one, the recent one, Anupama Upadhyay becomes the only sixth Indian to claim top spot. Okay. Okay, let me reshow that. So Anupama Upadhyay becomes only sixth Indian to claim top spot in BWF World Junior rankings. That means there are 5 different people who have become world junior number 1 in their categories before. Let us find out that 17-year-old Anupama Upadhyay became only the second Indian shuttler on Wednesday in junior women's singles or girls singles to claim the top ranked position in the girls singles section. 17-year-old Anupama Upadhyay became only the second Indian shuttler on Wednesday. Before that, the top ranked position in the girls, Tasneem Mir, she's one of the former world number 1 in juniors. Now she's number 2, not that much difference. That's how their performance is. I'll also take you to the top 5 Indians. If you have any issues watching or not able to see properly, let me know in the comments. Read my name correctly. It's not I only play cricket. It's a sarcasm that cricket is a 10-nation sport. Well, we'll come back to that, okay? So top 5 Indian junior badminton players. So the 5th one is Tasneem Mir. Mir ascended 3 ranks to claim the first spot as she won 3 junior tournament titles in France, Belgium and Bulgaria. Tasneem became India's first junior singles world number 1 in badminton. In badminton on 12th Jan 2022. Tasneem's father Irfan was a badminton player himself. I think that helped a lot for Tasneem to really groom and shape well during those early years. I think I have already mentioned here in our show and in a couple of videos also that there is a structure to be followed by when you're a parent or a coach. If you find the kid right from the age of 2 or 3, the good pathway can be designed for them. The early stages of any child development has to be towards the coordination development, and there are multiple things. I think you can scroll down in my smart badminton videos as well as Monday nights with Mohit, and one of the videos I've told that how the age group of 4 to 9, all those fundamental things are developed, like motor skills, cognitive abilities, critical thinking. All these things has to be developed, and then the next phase goes to age group between 7 to 12 or 9 to 12. It all depends on different individuals, right? So excuse me. So all these things has to be developed, and I think in the case of Tasneem Mir, that could have been one of the advantage for Tasneem. Abhinav Thakur, who and Darshan Pujari won a silver medal in under 19 doubles category in All India Junior ranking, and they were also, one of the top ranked players. Unnati Huda, I think she. Let's watch that, and all this. Sankar Muthusamy is one of the player recently became world number 1 in August 2022. The 18-year-old has been taking formal coaching since the tender age of 5. He began his tryst with badminton under the watchful eyes of Coach Arvindan Samyappam in Academy in Chennai. I think that's the recent news. And now we know Anupama Upadhyay. So these are the five top Indian junior players. So let me go back to any comments if you have. So you saw, right? So we had earlier, if I remember, we had Lakshya Sen, right? So we had Lakshya Sen as one of the world top junior world junior number one, and we had many players like that, right? So we can go to the rankings here. So yeah, so one of the comment, only 10 nations play cricket. Read my name correctly. It's not I only play cricket. It's a sarcasm that cricket is a 10 nation sport. Yeah, fine. It's a sport. I still didn't get that. Read my name correctly. There is no name written here, Mr. Only. I'll call you Only. So Sarvesh, I got the only 10 nations badminton is played by 30-40 countries, but stupid cricket is played by only 10 nations. Majority of them are bankrupt like Sri Lanka, Pakistan and Afghanistan. I would like to correct that. When you say stupid cricket, I don't necessarily agree on that, because cricket is a wonderful sport. And I feel during the time of 83 when we won the World Cup, and from there 83 to 87, and then to the next two World Cups, I feel there were strong marketing guys, and the administration was, I think, handled very well to increase the views on sport. If you remember, all these advertisers like Pepsi, Coca Cola, and Raymond's or Ciarams, and all these brands, attached with with these cricketers, and that became kind of a sport which, they say, I bleed blue. It's a very strong statement, my dear fellows here. It's a very, very strong statement. When they can say that they bleed blue, that means they bleed rakt. They bleed the blood. That means the sport is engraved in their blood. That's how they see the sport of cricket in India. And that's completely fine. And majority of them are bankrupt like Sri Lanka, Pakistan and Afghanistan. Well, that's something on the economy side. A lot of other large forces come into picture when country's reputation or the country's actual value has been displayed in the economical structure of the world, right? So bad mouthing certain countries might not help us. I think we here, as one particular sport, we represent badminton, right? I represent badminton because I have played at one of the highest levels in the world. So I would definitely want to respect each and every sport which has been played, because every sport develops certain things in you, mentally, physically, psychologically, emotionally. And if played at the right age or at the tender age, I think that will also give you something called identity. I identify myself as one of the good player or one of the best player or one of the great player, and that really kicks your confidence in. It's similar kind of education. The way you get the education in through your schools, you also get education through sport. Sport is not only a curriculum, it's a serious education. Lot of things have popped out. If maybe after the video, I'll put a link of my TEDx speech which I had given in 2019. In that video, you can learn about how sport can transform you through as an individual. Well, Tilak, I think you had a good laugh. You can tell me the reason so that even we can laugh as well. So we will quickly go and watch the rankings and the top 100 rankings of the world junior events, and we will see what's special in that. Okay. So, well, that's BWF junior ranking. We have Sankar Muthuswamy Subramaniam in the eighth spot. He was, of course, world number one, but now it's world number. He's number eight. Well, you can see that all these tournaments he has been playing. He was world number 41, then he became 42, 46, 47. From he came up to 50 in 2019. Then, of course, COVID, there was no tournament. And he played. He came to 8, 26, 31, and uh, that's where you can see so many of the points has been accumulated here. So he has been Iran Junior International winner, and he has won the Junior White Knights here. That itself gets him 2,000 points, and then Uganda International 2,100 points. I think these things, they have played so many tournaments, and you keep playing those tournaments, junior tournaments, and then you keep accumulating points, and then you become world number one. Let's go to women's singles. Here you go. So you can see Anupama Upadhyay, Indian. I'm very proud. Tasneem Mir, number two. Anupama has played 18 tournaments. Tasneem Mir has played 13 tournaments. This is something I really got surprised when I saw Anvesha Gowda from India, who has played 13 international tournaments representing India. And she has accumulated a points of 13,150. Excuse me. So Anupama Upadhyay and Tasmeer are very close by. It's just around 600 points difference, as you can see here. 18,000 for Anupama and 17,450 for Tasneem Mir. Very close by. I think it'll be a good fight. But if you see ranking breakdown, there are a lot of tournaments where Tasneem Mir has won. Belgian Junior, Alps International, Bulgarian Junior, Nepal Junior tournaments. All these tournaments has given her 4,000 points, 2,000, and these points vary as the level of tournament and the worth of the tournament keeps. It's higher. So that's what it is. So men's doubles and women's doubles and mixed doubles, we don't have to go because I have seen that. We can go down. Now you can see Unnati Huda, who is in the top 10. Then we have Isharani Barua on the ranking of 17. Then we have Samayara Panwar at 19. So many Indians, right? So many Indians we have in the top 100. Mansi Singh at 43. Tara Shah at 46. Meghna Reddy, 66. We have Rucha Sawant. Navya Kanderi, 92. And we have Shrestha Reddy and Devika Sihag at 98 and 97. So many players from India, right? In top 100 in the world junior rankings. Let me see how many we are. 1, 2. Then we have 3. 4, Rucha Sawant. 5, Meghna. Tara Shah, 6. Mansi, 7. Samaira, 8. Isharani, 9. Unnati, 10. 11. Anvesha, 12, 13. 13 people in the top 100. We have to be super proud. Let's see in boys. Sankar at 8. Pranav Gandham at 23. Laksh Sharma at one more Laksh. Oh, nice. At 36, number 3. Ayush Shetty is number 4. Well, he was my student during under 13 times. He won his first All India tournament under my tutelage. Darshan Pujari, 64. Ayan Rashid, 71. Pranay Shettigar. Oh, I forgot the count. So we have Shankar, Pranav 2, Laksh 3, Ayush 4, Darshan 5, Hayan 6, Pranay 7, Tushar 8, Krishna 9. 9 of them. 9 from the boys singles and 13 from girls singles. Absolutely stunning. I'm telling you, absolutely stunning. I'm so proud of my country's boys and girls that they have, 8, 9, and 13, so almost 22 people from the junior category, and more than 22 if we calculate men's doubles, women's doubles, and mixed doubles. They are in the top 100. We are one of the strongest nation in badminton. Sir, can you tell from a player's perspective, do they keep an eye on ranking regularly? I think it's humanly right because we are, we always think about certain things which happen in and around us. How are we? I would like to relate this. If you're in a group, then you will obviously think that how good looking I am compared to others, how how smart I am compared to others. So that kind of, we call it in Hindi tulna. It's a comparison which happens. I think it's humanly okay. It's I think it's automatic. It's very hard to control that emotion and feeling. But yeah, um, you can regularly check your ranking. That's not a problem. But that should not go to your head. And if it goes to your head, either you blow up with ego, or you can have anxiety issues. My ranking is going up and down and up and down. Ranking is nothing but it is just a reflection of your attendance in the tournament and the performance in the tournament. Sometimes if you don't have a good ranking, let's say, we can take this case, the last world championship, Lokin Iv, he was not even in the top 8, right? So he was somewhere in top 16 or top 20 and he became world champion. Maybe that was something out of the bloom. So that keeps happening. So you should not let all these rankings and maybe your advertisements or whatever which is not so necessary to, as a player, that is just a part of your career. And if that affects you, maybe if that will, as I told you, two things might happen. Your ego will blow up again. That's not good as a human being. Second, anxiety issues, which will really not let you anchor yourself and your mental abilities in the present moment. You'll have to be really careful. That's a very good question, Sarvesh. I really like the way you ask questions. 99% of the time, you're good at questions. So we have Anusha Shanbag and Meena Jagdish giving us thumbs up and likes. Thank you so much. Also, now we will move on to HS Prannoy. And HS Prannoy, if you're watching this show or whenever you watch this show, congratulations, you got married. I have very good memory about HS Prannoy because we were, contemporaries at one time, and he was number one, I was number two, and that ranking kept fluctuating for a couple of months, and we have had a good, matches. He of course leads, maybe 3-1, I guess. I won once, and he has won 3 times against me, and I've had good matches against him. And I think I always keep saying that, right? Kidambi Srikanth is one guy who has exceptional attacking stuff, and the second guy is HS Prannoy. I really wish him all the best and good luck. He has that ability to crack the top 5 and become maybe world champion or an All England champion or win certain big tournaments. And he has achieved world number 1 ranking status in BWF World Tour calendar. That's a big stuff. That's immense and intense. I really love it. Let's go and see first. Maybe some of you don't know here what's World Tour ranking. Okay, I'll share my screen and I'll show you. So there are two different, it's not levels, it's a section. Let's go with the definition of BWF World Tour. Okay, the HSBC BWF World Tour is a circuit of 26 tournaments attracting the top world ranked players in singles, men's singles and women's singles, doubles, men's, women's, and mixed doubles. The 26 tournaments are divided into 5 different levels. Yes, I was right. It is levels. The first one is Super 1000, which are 3 tournaments where we can see here. Okay, I think we'll directly go first with it. 3 tournaments, which are Super 1000, then 5 tournaments for 750, and Super 500 as 7 tournaments. Then we have the last one, Super 300, 11 tournaments. So totally Super 300 11, Super 500 7, total which is 18. Then we have Super 755 tournaments, 23, and then Super 1000 3 tournaments. So 26 tournaments are divided into 5 different levels. The highest points and prize pool is offered at the Super 1000 level, obviously. One other category of tournament, the BWF Tour Super 100, I think, which is the lowest level, sixth level, also offers BWF World Tour ranking points. Although this level is not part of the HSBC BWF World Tour, it is an important part of the pathway and entry point for players into the HSBC BWF World Tour tournaments. So what they are saying is, imagine, I would like to give this as a comparison. So when a child is born, the first education what they get is through their mother, right? So basic things. And then once they join the schooling education, they go to the kindergartens. Some of them go to kindergartens, or some people, I went directly to upper KG, kindergarten, sorry. Some of them go to Montessori. So they have different levels, right? So the first part is to get all those ABCDs in place. And then you have this first standard to fifth standard or up to seventh standard. I think different schools have different levels, but I would like to compare with my schooling education, which has happened. The first to seventh was called as primary, and then 8th, 9th, 10th was called as secondary education. Then we had pre-university board, which is 11th and 12th in some schooling part. And then we have degree, and then we have masters, right? So this is something, similar concept where Super 100 gives you like an entry point. It's like in kindergarten or Montessori. Then we have Super 300, which is 11 tournaments, which is mentioned here, which is kind of a primary education, first to seventh. Do you think without attending first to seventh, you can understand the maths or the statistics or the lessons of 8th, 9th, 10th? Very hard, right? Like that, we have Super 500, which is kind of a high school stuff. Then we have Super 750, which is kind of a pre-university and degree kind of thing. And then we have Masters, which is Super 1000. So these divisions, they have done it really well so that, players don't get injured by playing all 26 tournaments. They have these categories where you keep climbing. The world ranking top 32 or 64 people play this, Super 1000 tournaments. They have this calendar where they pick and choose which tournaments to play and how the rankings has to go up. As I told you earlier, junior world ranking, how the rankings and points have to be accumulated. That's a gradual climb up. And if you're exceptionally good, I think in maybe 3 to 5 years max, 3 to 5 years minimum, you can come in the top world ranking 50. But that takes a lot of planning and a lot of stuff. So that's how HS Prannoy, climbed his status of world number 1. So let's also go to the ranking history, what he has. So you can see the world ranking history, right? So how do I do 2010? Okay. So let's see how he has climbed up till 2020. This is an interesting stuff, right? So he started playing in 2010. I think much before that, I remember. So that's how he started climbing. He jumped really high from June 2010, then slowly come down, then up and then down, then little up and then maintained his ranking in 2011. And that's the floor you could see top 100 where he was, the career graph you could see that, he was slowly going up and up and then slowly maintaining it. This is where 2018 he started playing World Tour ranking. That's where you can see the zigzag moment. Then he had an injury in 2019. I remember that he climbed up quickly back, and that's how you can see his world number one ranking status. Okay, I don't know how to remove this, but yeah. So that's how he achieved, guys. Amazing, right? So he has been consistently performing in the top 100 from 2013. It's been 9 years. It's been 9 years in that stiff, focused, dedicated competition era where you can see right now that HS Prannoy became the world number one in the world tour ranking. It's not an overnight stuff. Let's go to his profile. So if you look at period all, he has played 387, won 233, lost 154 matches, which is kind of a positive upside on 79. Earnings he has done 192,521 USD. Career doubles, he has played 5. he has earned $363. That's crazy. So that's the status of it. This is how you could see that HS Prannoy became world number one ranked player. So if you have any questions, let me know. We can discuss on that. How to become a world junior champion. I think that's something on the topic next week, I think, to make a video about. And yeah, I was also talking about, the calendar of events, right? So let's quickly go and watch. I'll see all. The first one is Indian Open, January 11 to 16, where that's a Super 500 tournament, and the prize money is 400,000. Then we have Syed Modi. We have two tournaments, 500 and 300 in India. It's in the month of Jan. You might be having a question that, why two tournaments at the same time in India? The tournaments are planned and designed in such a way and made in such a way that, different people who come from the different parts of the world, who come to the same country, and they have to play one tournament and then go back and then play some other tournament, then come back to India. That becomes too much of hassle, too much of cost involved in that. So that's the way, they have planned in such a way that, once they come to a country, they have an opportunity to play 1, 2, 3 tournaments, maybe 300, 500 and 1,000, something like that. So that's been designed by the National Association and World Badminton World Federation. So then in February, we don't have tournaments. March, we have Spain Masters, which was cancelled, 300. Then German Open, 300. All England Badminton Championship, Super 1000. Yonex Swiss Open was 300. Korean Open Badminton Championships was Super 500. Korea Masters was 300. See, then you can see Korea Super 500 and 300 is planned similarly. Then we have Thailand Open and Indonesia Open very close by. Indonesia, then we have two Indonesian tournaments. We have Super 1000, 3 Super 1000, you remember that, right? And 5 Super 750. And Super 500 in Indonesia. Then we have Malaysia. If you see this, Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia, it's kind of, May, then June. So it's a typical 4 circuit tournament where you come to kind of a place and then, you stay there for a month. I think players will have a wonderful time. If you're a badminton player, a junior player, definitely dream about this. Dream about playing all these tournaments in your future. Remember, HS Prannoy took almost 9 to 10 years to become world number one. But in even not world number, not to become world number one, or however you can dream of. There is no limit to dream, but plan to play these kind of tournaments. It's super fun. I've been there. So then July we have Malaysia. Then we have Singapore Open in July. That's Super 500. Malaysian Open is Super 500. Super 300 Taipei. All these are all the same belt. Japan. Japan is Super 750. US Open was supposed to be 300, but it got cancelled this year. Denmark Open Super 750. French Open is Super 750. See now Denmark and French. These two tournaments are in Europe. Macau Open Super 300. खाना ठीक से पकाओ चलो हम चलते हैं Macau. So we have Hilo Open. Saarbrücken is in Germany. Then we have Hong Kong Open, which is again cancelled this year. Too many cancelled tournaments, right? Super 500. Australia Open is in Super 300. It's a Super 300 event. Then we have China Open. How can we forget China Open? Super 1000. Indonesia, Super 1000. All England is Super 1000. One tournament. The second one is Indonesia. The third one is China Open. Then we have China Open 750. See, all these tournaments are. Then we have World Tour Finals. This concept is similar like, ATP event, where you can see the last tournament in December will have top 8 ranked ATP players in tennis fight for that ATP Masters title. Similarly, we have this HSBC, BWF World Tour Finals, where the top World Tour ranked players, top 8 ranked players, will fight to become the number one. And the prize money is $1.5 million, which is 15 lakh dollars in India. Okay, so if you have any questions, I'll be here for almost a minute now, then I've got to go. This is how we could see Prannoy HS became world number one. Suresh Menon, thanks for the like. And then we also saw a couple of world junior ranked players who are top, world number ones. Anupama Upadhyay, Lakshya Sen, Shankar Muthuswamy, Tasneem Mir. All these players have been world number one before, right? Dream. If you're a junior player, please dream. Someday you will get there. And with dreaming, make sure that the effort in each and every session is like the way you have become world number one. Otherwise, dream just stays a dream. I guess there are no questions today. And one more thing, those who are here for the first time or for many times, go follow me on Instagram. I am almost 10,000 followers on Instagram. I quickly want to get to 1,000 followers on YouTube. Please share my YouTube profile, YouTube channel to your friends and your families and whoever it is, your neighbors, your apartment people, your community people, wherever you are. And let's quickly go to 1,000 subscribers so that I can create wonderful content. So you can watch smart badminton videos on amazing analysis of players. All 5 event videos I'll be making content. So you can go to Instagram. I'll put the link here and share it with your friends and families. So it was an amazing. Thank you so much. I'll have to leave now. And it was an amazing Monday Nights with Mohit Kamath today. It was the 40th episode. I deeply thank you, all of you, for being wonderful participants in my show. And, what can I say? You are amazing, guys. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful week ahead. Bye, Tilak. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful week ahead. Do all sorts of stuff and dream. Becoming world number one is not that tough, not that easy also, but dream and fall behind that and play well. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care.